Elon Musk has been the target of everybody's ire, it seems like, ever since he took over Twitter. I mean, even before that, but especially when he took over Twitter, because he has completely changed the platform in terms of regulation and things like that when it comes to free speech. And so everybody thought that they would give their 2 cents, of course, because they feel like the free speech that he's talking about is somehow wrong or incorrect. Where it was just because if you couldn't see it before, it was Twitter was, especially at the end there before Elon took over, it was very heavily skewed to only show left leaning ideology and not right so much. And so you can kind of see where people would kind of get furious because their version of free speech is anything they say, and if anybody else has something that's a different opinion, well, then it's not okay. And so another Reddit article. Here we go again, right? It's kind of going people giving their own opinion on it, and so we're gonna kind of dissect a few of these comments and see where people are coming at from this. So this thread says Elon Musk only champions free speech when it involves racism, misinformation, and hate speech. When it comes to free speech that matters, it's like, what are you talking about? What? It's not. Okay, freedom of speech means freedom to say what you want, sure, but it also means the freedom for people to crack down on things when you're saying stuff that is out of line. And that's just how it is. Yes, you have free speech to say whatever you want, but you should understand that when you say stuff that is negative or is hurtful or meaningful or threatening, then they also exercise their right to take it down. That's the free speech he's referring to. And it's also the free speech of, I don't know, maybe giving your opinion on political matters instead of just having one side force feed you and not letting the other side kind of give their counter argument to it. And so this was a guy, John Walsh. I'm not even sure who this is, to be honest. It says, how come Mr. Free Speech guy at Elon Musk hasn't said one word about Putin killing Navalny? Not one single word. Navalny was jailed and killed because he dared to speak out against a dictator, and not one word from Elon. Not exactly a portrait of courage there, Elon. It's like, what are you talking about? What? And because you did, you're somehow better than him? I don't understand where we came to this point where it's like when we speak out against something over the internet, like that does anything. Are you doing anything else or just expressing your opinion? Like, I don't really understand this whole argument or attack against him when he hasn't mentioned something. It's like, last time I checked, not everybody has to make a comment on everything. At least last time I checked. And so it just doesn't make any sense. I think a lot of this Elon hate is just because, frankly, he just has a lot of money and he was able to buy Twitter. And now it's different than a lot of people thought it would be, especially more left leaning people. Because let's be honest, when he took over, there wasn't only left leaning comments on Twitter anymore. It was definitely more equal. At least it's from what I could see anyway. I don't use Twitter a lot, but I see arguments on both sides now instead of just one heavily leaning side. And so, of course, you have some of the people. Musk is a free speech absolutionist, the way and the right wing crap brains are. He wants to say what he wants, and F you if it hurts your feelings. If you hurt his feelings, F you, you should disappear. Again, like, where's the proof? Is he referring to the whole doxing situation with him and them monitoring his flight and stuff like that? Because that's different. In that sense, it's not even necessarily hate speech. It's like them trying to track him down, which, again, I don't think anybody wants that. So why is that a problem? I Nobody really has a concrete argument. It's just because now they are now hearing more and more people who maybe disagree with them. Sure, there's always going to be people on the internet who are saying things they shouldn't be saying. It's the internet. Like, what do you want? But at the same time, there should be a little more freedom for people to express their opinion, even if it's a wrong opinion, okay? I mean, I definitely tend to be more right leaning in terms of thoughts when it comes to capitalism and how America should be run but I'm open to hearing the other side because that's how we have constructive criticism. That's how we grow, is when we have two sides that maybe see things from a different perspective and we can come together and dispute those like human adults, like a human being, to try and get to a resolution, not just block one side because you don't agree with anything they're saying. That's the point that Elon has been trying to make this entire time since he took over Twitter. And it just seems like a lot of people are kind of missing that. They like to point out that it's Twitter somehow so much worse now, and it's like, I'm gonna be honest, I don't really notice anything different besides that there's a huge X on it now, which is kind of funny. But anyway, besides that, I haven't really noticed anything different. Besides there now being opposing opinions as opposed to one. Sorry, I can't talk right now. Apparently, since Elon Musk is just a huge cock for the right. I don't even know that I've ever heard him speak out on his political views. I mean, it could be because he seems to have more and more Republicans and things like that come on and talk with him and things like that. But I mean, it kind of makes sense because, well, I don't know, maybe he's his own human being and he likes the opinions and the morals and things of that nature of, let's say, the Republican Party more than the Democrat Party. I don't want to bring this down into a Republicans and Democrats right left thing, but I mean it's really what it's this all spun out from, is because Twitter, like towards the end there before he took over, like I said, it was, you could just tell there was being a lot of suppressed opinions from the right. And that's the point I'm trying to make. Like, you could just scroll and not see a lot of it because it was being shut down as hate speech, which is like, what? Somebody having a different opinion as hate speech now? I just don't understand. And we'll just read this last comment here. It says, it's important to note that Navalny was a populist, violent, ethno-fascist and shouldn't be glorified or treated like some kind of hero. He was simply someone who stood up against a better connected, more powerful mafioso? I don't think I've heard that word before. The important thing to remember isn't Navalny. The important thing to remember is that the only viable presidential candidate to oppose Putin in decades was arrested and died in jail. Putin assassinates anyone he believes to be a credible threat to his power, anyone who makes him look bad. Musk knows the cost-benefit analysis for him on that topic. Yeah, see, it's like not everybody has to voice their opinion on something to have their voice heard. It's like, it just doesn't make any sense. Because one thing happens and somehow Elon Musk is involved with Putin. Like, what? Like, why are we drawing these comparisons? I don't know. So I definitely agree with this chatter here that it's not even that this Navalny guy was anybody special. It's just the only one who ever stood a chance type deal. And I mean, it could be that Putin did kill him. I don't know, of course. But at the end of the day, you don't have to comment on everything. That's not how this works. His overall opinion, if you've heard him talk on anything when it comes to free speech and Twitter, is that he wants both sides to be able to share their opinion, and that's all there is to it. So let me know down in the comment if you guys think Twitter's been better or worse since Elon Musk took over. I think it's stayed relatively the same, except now we can see a little more of both sides as opposed to one side all the time. If you guys liked the video, make sure to leave a like, and I hope to see you guys around. Peace.